This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. When ye shall hear, Salakia, read that again, Mark 13 and 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. Another precept, Luke 21 and 9 through verse 11. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Luke 21 and 10, and it reads, Then say he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Verse 11 in the book of Luke. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Erdogan issued missile warning to Greece. The Turkish leader declares that his latest weapons could hit Athens, which is Athens of Greece. And it says Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan warned on Saturday that his country's newest ballistic missile could reach Athens before reiterating Turkey's demand that Greece cease its alleged militarization on the Aegean Islands, if I pronounced that right, Salaki. Now we have started to make our own missiles, Erdogan said in a speech on Sunday. Of course, this production scares the Greeks. When you say Typhoon, the Greeks get scared and say it will hit Athens. Well, of course it will. Turkey tests fire its Typhoon ballistic missile in October, reportedly launched the projectile of 561 kilometers, 348 miles along its Black Sea coast. The short-range missile was developed in a secret by Ankara-based defense contractor Rakistan, and will supposedly be capable of striking land or sea targets at a range or just under 1,000 kilometers, 621 miles. If you don't say calm, if you try to buy something to arm yourselves, a country like Turkey will not be a bystander, he continued. It has to do something. Erdogan referring Greece's transfer of American armed vehicles to the Aegean Sea to Samos and Lisbon, which was reported by Turkey state media in September, while Ankara claimed that this alleged allegations convenes a series of early 20th century treaties, Athens' maintenance that it entitled to station some troops on its island. Although Greece and Turkey are NATO allies, the countries are historically rivals and have a number of ongoing disputes, these including arguments over control of several Aegean Islands, quarrel over drill rights in Mediterranean seas, and a long-running dispute over the state of Cyprus. Kozlov is playing with fire, Moscow stated. And I believe it was a news article. It caught my attention, but I didn't read it. But it caught my attention. It was saying that what's currently going on over there in Koslov, the Syrian border. I believe I believe some soldiers were security or police was stationed there, and it was like a potential of a protest or a potential conflict was going on, and I believe I don't know if it was the Serbia or Koslov called on to NATO to deploy some troops in that region because they've been having like this ongoing dispute this past summer, but between Koslov, and the Serbian people, they was going at it with each other, and that's a sign right there of a nation shall rise against nation. That's why I brought those scriptures out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna read this. It said Koslov is playing with fire, Moscow says. Russia says international law supports of Serbia's position a breakaway in Providence. Moscow is alarmed by the mounting tension in Koslov, which are the fault of radical ethnic Albanian authorities in the breakaway Serbian province and their Western sponsors, Russian Foreign Minister spokesman Maria Zakharova said on Monday. An authorities protesting has undertaken a series of provocations with the convenience of the U.S. and the EU using ethnic motivation violence to target the remaining of the Serbs in the province of Serkrova, told reporters. So yeah, as I brought those two news articles, it pertains to the Aragon issuing warning to Greece. He got a nuclear capability, and you can read that in Joel 3:10. Let the weak see I am strong. Of these nations got military capability, and you're starting to see the increase of the nations against nations and kingdom against kingdoms. As I stated before, I brought out those two scriptures along with these two articles. This one right here from RT.com of December 12th, 2022. Alternative world news around the world. And you got a warning right here from the president of Turkey. They having a ongoing dispute between the islands of an island dispute, who should take it over, either Turkey or Greece. And you got the president of Turkey sending warnings to Greece. And then you got an article right here, second one I just brought out, of Koslov is playing with fire with the ongoing tensions with the border of the Serbians, Koslov, and the Serbians, I believe. So if that's true, if I reiterated that correctly. So yeah, you see the rumors of wars and tensions between the different nations and different kingdoms as well too. So this is going to continue to increase and build up. And so with that, first I wanted to iterate it. I wanted to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, pushing his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to y'all out there. So, back to what I was saying, that, you have these nations and different kingdoms increasing against one another. As you see this rumor of war right here, Koslov is playing with fire. You got the cross-border conflict over there. And I believe one side of the group was saying that, they want to send, they calling on NATO to send troops in that region because it's a potential dispute between the both of Kozlov and the Serbians as well too. And then you have the article that I just brought out of you know, president of Turkey issues missile warnings against Greece with this continuing ongoing cross, you know, between the islands, between who should, island dispute, who should control the island, either it's Greece or Turks, So the nations against nations and kingdom against kingdoms are definitely brewing, definitely heating up, and the rumors of wars increasingly in the latter days. That's what we're seeing as well too. So expect to see more of these things that's happening in the news. Even though we already know, like the scripture has stated, it's going to be rumors of wars. There's going to be times where, you're going to hear a rumor of a war, and then a rumor of war is coming to reality, And that's what we are seeing, That's why I brought out the Mark 13:7 through verse 8, and the Luke 21, 9 and 10 through verse 11 of, an increasing of the nations against nations and kingdom against kingdoms of the signs we're seeing on the planet Earth, and it's going to increase more and more and more. So with that, this was just a sit-down lesson for in the news that I wanted to bring out on this December the 12th, 2022 at 10:14 p.m. Central Standard Time on this Monday night. And I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball.